Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Here at Mad About Skin, we're passionate about helping you to get the most out of your skincare. So if you haven't already, now's a fantastic time to click that link below, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and you won't miss out on any of our amazing future content. Now, in today's video, we're going to be doing another one of our Face Mask Fridays. This is where we sit down, we mask, we do our self-care, and we chit-chat together. So pause this video, get your favourite mask, leave me a comment below which mask you're using so I know which to recommend and which ones to try next. Settle down and we're going to have 15 minutes of relaxation and chit-chat. Now, two things have totally gone wrong in my life this week. First of all, I was supposed to be doing a live today, which I was really up for. I'd got over all my anxiety. I say anxiety, that's a bit extreme, but all my first time of doing something out of my comfort zone. And I go down, and technological issues mean it's impossible until Sunday. So I'm going to move it till Sunday. We're going to be doing a live on Sunday at 6 o'clock UK time. So I'm going to be putting out a notice to everybody. So come and join me then if you would like. Today we're sticking to the normal pre-recorded video format, which is a shame because I was really looking forward to that. But unfortunately, technology isn't my strongest point and my laptop needs a little bit of work before that can take place. Also, on the whole, not going right stage is you probably don't know this, I am really allergic to lactose and to milk products. I have been for all my life, and I used a product which contained, as one of the bulking agents, milk. So I've broken out in rash central and a number of zits, which is always the case. That always happens when I have milk. So I was going to be using this, which is the Nip and Fab Illuminate Vitamin C Fix Mask, and I have been looking forward to using this mask all week. However, in light of Zitgate, I thought, no, mix it up and do what my skin's asking me to do, which is a clay face mask. I think clay is fantastic at drawing out all that crap that's in the skin and helping balance out some of the oil and the zits and hopefully just dry up some of the not so nice bits that are happening right now. So all that drama over, and let's be honest, it's not real drama. With everything going on in the world, I can perfectly cope with a bit of technology going wrong and a little bit of milk in my life. But at the time, I was furious. So what I'd love for you guys is, while we're putting our face masks on, is send me any of your questions. So I'm going to be going live on Sunday at 6. So I'd love your questions. Obviously, when you're doing these lives, you never know how many people are going to turn up, and I'm going to be talking to myself for a good few minutes to start. So I'd love some questions that I can kind of tackle before we get into everything fully. This mask, by the way, is amazing. I know I've used it on one of these before. If you haven't tried it, you have to get yourself over to Champneys. I think you can buy it. You can certainly buy it in Europe, and I think you can probably get it online in the US, but I'm not sure. This mask is life. I love this clay mask. It basically it's the only clay mask I've ever found which removes all the oil, the dirt and the crap from your skin, but doesn't leave you feeling stripped and dehydrated. So let's pop that on. I hope your mask is on, and we're going to chill for the 10 minutes that this is on. So a couple of quick people asked for a little bit of a life update. So my life basically revolves around skincare and animals. For those of you that don't know, I have dogs, I have cats, I have chickens. Life is very animal intensive. My new puppy is doing amazingly. We had a little bit of a falling out 2 days ago when we live by the beach here, and he loves to go in the sea, especially because it's been really hot in the UK. He jumps in the sea. Threw his ball in for him. He decided he wanted to go right out and paddle, and then refused point blank to come back. So I had to go in and retrieve the dog, and I slipped when I was in the sea, and I went totally, there was no styling it out, total head. We've got a bit of an uncouth term for it here, which I won't repeat on YouTube, but I was very angry, and I dragged him out of the sea, got home, got dry. I'm sure I gave everyone a cheap laugh and thrill while that happened, but I was very much annoyed with the dog. But we've made up now, and that's all good. He's now sleeping right the way through to the morning, and he's absolutely gorgeous and lovely. I will insert a picture from our morning walk here, so you can see him he's grown so much in the 3 weeks we've had him, so it's amazing. So that's a bit of a life update. We are expecting some ads to start appearing on these videos. We've been signed off for the monetization, which is amazing, and the process was so simple. Everyone has said it would be a total nightmare, but it's been super simple, so that's really good. So you should start seeing ads on these videos in the next week. which, if you don't want to watch them, just click skip. There's no obligation to watch them. If you do watch them, we get some revenue, and I've already said on this channel, we're going to be dividing it half and half. Half is going to be reinvested in product and giveaways for you guys. The other half of the revenue is going to go to charity, split between two charities, Crisis and Shelter, both of whom donate money, toiletries and skincare to people that are fleeing domestic violence or have to leave their homes for a multitude of reasons, which is a fantastic charity and something I've always been passionate about, because it's just a time in your life where a little bit of dignity and a little bit of self-care is probably what you need when everything else is probably in crisis. So every time that you watch one of those videos, you'll be supporting charities and supporting some of the stuff that happens on this channel. But like I say, no obligation, just click skip if you want to move past those videos and straight onto the content. Now, in terms of skincare questions, so I always love to address your skincare questions when we're on these sessions. There's been so many this week, so I've kind of picked out like the highlight ones, so the main ones that have come through. The number one is a huge debate which Vogue kind of threw out there when they did an article on oil versus moisturizer, which goes first, the great scandal and the great debate. What a load of old tosh. There is no debate, there is no scandal. Oil always comes after moisturizer. So whenever you're using a facial oil, if you want to incorporate it into your skincare routine, I would say do two things. One, question whether you actually need a moisturizer. So I say that because the facial oils are usually so moisturizing and occlusive. Do you actually need a moisturizer as well? If you're super dry and you feel that you do, then always put the moisturizer on first and followed by the oil. You go in the order of your ingredients by the viscosity of the formulation. So your serums go on first, then your creams, then your oils. Always is the way, but Vogue were like, oh, it baffles dermatologists, and no one can agree. We can all agree. Oils always go last. I want the final say on that. Never put an oil on, because what you'll find is your moisturiser will just like sit on top of it. It just feels really uncomfortable. It doesn't really work, and it won't get through the oil, so it's kind of just pointless applying it. So there is no great drama, and there is no great debate. Now, another question that some people came to me and said that people with allergies, and this is very topical with the level of allergy going on right now. A lot of people say, well, people with allergies, if there are ingredients within skincare, topical, should I still avoid them if I'm allergic to it? It's a really good question, and a lot of people say to me, oh, lactic acid sounds like lactose. Is it totally different? And you're absolutely fine. But there are a lot of people that want to avoid certain products and certain things because they have allergies in. I would always say play it safe and just don't risk it. There's a lot of people, mandelic acid is a really good one. It's derived from bitter almonds. So a lot of people say, oh, if I'm allergic to almonds, well, it's been processed through so many stages and it's so different in formulation, it's probably okay, but who would risk that? I certainly wouldn't. Though my current rash would probably attest to the fact I'm not always as careful as I should be. So yeah, read the instructions. And if you're allergic to something, even though you're applying it topically, you're not ingesting it, still, I would absolutely give it a miss, and I just wouldn't run the risk of the unpleasantness, and you're not going to enjoy the product. Just not worth it. Now, a couple of people have shaded me to filth this week about fragrance in skincare. So I thought I might as well address it while I've got you here and talk about it. So a lot of people would love this channel to be 100% fragrance free. I get where people are coming from. There are the sensitive viewers amongst us. Those with sensitive skin, fragrance is a huge no-no. Some people just don't like it because there are scientific studies that say overuse of fragrance in products can then lead to sensitivity down the line. I fully buy into that, and I absolutely believe we should restrict the amount of fragrance in the products that we use. The reason I don't think we should go 100% fragrance-free unless there is a reason for that is it's part of the enjoyment of a product. And I like on this channel to not be a zealot and be like, you have to do this and you have to do this, but to really share with people the options that are available. So if you want fragrance, I want to be and enjoy that sensorial experience, which I absolutely love. This came about with my Aesop video where I said actually using the body wash, the Rose by Any Other Name body wash, that makes your whole shower room smell like an English rose garden and your body just smell gorgeous. People are like, yeah, but you're promoting fragrance. Absolutely. I don't always promote fragrance. I always think there should be a fragrance-free alternative, but equally I don't want to be too overly zealous and say nobody should ever have fragrance in their life. Now when it comes to colourant, that's totally different. I don't think colour adds anything to a product other than a risk of increased sensitivity. So colour, no, do away with. It's nothing, you don't need it. However, the scent of a product does do something to our brain. We do enjoy that, and I'm fully on board with that. So I will always offer a fragrance-free alternative. So that I will definitely commit to on this channel, because I know there's a lot of people that want to avoid it, and there are a lot of people who want to look for a fragrance-free alternative. So I'll always include that. But we don't have to just eliminate fragrance for the sake of it. If it's something you enjoy, be you, do you, and stick with what you enjoy. Just limit the amount of fragrance you have in your life, if that kind of makes sense. Now, another thing that people have commented about is drying lotions. So I've had loads of people, I think it's because it's quite warm here in the UK, and a lot of people are finding their skin maybe not, and we've got lockdown, you know, people are in lockdown across the world, and people are finding their skin less responsive and maybe a little bit more acneic and just not cooperating in the way they used to. So a lot of people are turning to drying lotions to dry out those zits and get rid of that offending pimple. And a lot of people say, what's my take on drying lotions? Well, I would say they're fine. They're better than toothpaste. Let's start by saying they're better than toothpaste. Those people that stick a toothpaste on a zit, you need to stop that. That is so bad. The ingredients can be quite reactive. They're not proven to be skin safe. Just do not ever put that Colgate anywhere near your face. It belongs in the mouth, not on the face. Drying lotions kind of seek to achieve the same thing. Dry the spot out, reduce the heal time. However, you've got to choose the right one. So if you were to use the Mario Badescu drying lotion, for example, that strips the skin, it's actually probably going to increase the risk of hyperpigmentation and increase the risk of irritation and the longevity of the dark spot and the scar. It's probably going to get rid of the whitehead quicker, but actually you're going to have the effects of the zit for longer. So it's terrible. However, there are some really good ones. The one I use is the Kate Somerville Eradicate, which I'll leave an image of it there. I love this product. It's salicylic acid and kaolin. So basically all the things you need to draw impurities out of the skin, and is medically proven to deliver what you want it to do. The salicylic acid will help to draw some of the bacteria and the dirt, the grease, the excess sebum out. The kaolin will also help to detoxify the area. So it will cut down the longevity of the whitehead, and it won't impact the heal time afterwards. So it won't increase the heal time. So it's a beautiful product. There's loads out there, but I'd just be really careful. You want to look for something that's salicylic based, and if it's got clay in it, even better. It'll just help dry it out and reduce the duration of the whitehead, though probably not the overall healing time, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Now, I was overwhelmed this week, absolutely overwhelmed at the response that we got from my Best of British Skincare. Obviously, you know, I'm a huge British nut and I love everything about Britain. However, the diverse range of viewers that we have on this channel blew my mind. So we had people from all corners of the world commenting or representing their country and suggesting some fantastic skincare events. So I cannot wait to do my next iteration of this. So we're moving to the US for the next installment, which will be coming out on Monday. I kind of chose the US next as it's kind of the second biggest market when it comes to the number of brands. I say second biggest, actually the biggest, but I've done the UK first, so it makes logic sense for it to be second. Then it's kind of open. Currently, the two biggest contenders after the US are Australia, where there were a lot of Australians leaving me their recommendations, and Canadians. A lot of people representing Canada, which is fantastic. And we also had some really good representation from India, which was great because they've got some really innovative stuff. Loads of people are saying, please, 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 please give me Korean skincare. And actually, I'll come on to that. I promise I'm working on it. They've just got so much innovation and so many different products. I'm trying the Comfy Water by Purito, which is a skincare SPF, a Korean SPF. I'm trying the Snail Mucin thing. Someone recommended that. Just initial thoughts, if you can get over the grim texture of it, I think it's actually making my skin better, but the texture is gag worthy, awful. I'm trying all these. So Korean is coming. I'm going to do a separate video on Korean skincare. But we've got current contenders for the third place is between Australia and Canada. So if you haven't already, jump over to that video. I will link it there. Leave me your country and your recommendations for brands that represent that country fantastically. I love learning from all these different innovative brands, and my wallet's going to hate me because I'm going to be trying a whole suite of different products, but I just blown away by the response to that. I think we got over 100 messages in the first 24 hours, which is baffling and beautiful and lovely. So thank you so much, and make sure you leave a link with your country there so I can jump in and I can represent your country for you and do a best of that country, because you all went mad for that video. In terms of sort of things to expect in the coming week, what have I got? What am I doing? Oh, we've got the live. So we've got the live on Sunday, which I'm really excited about and I want to make work because I was gutted that I couldn't do it today. We've got the best of the US coming. I'm going to do a whole video on drying lotions because I think a lot of people are struggling in lockdown with the odd breakout and are looking for something to help treat that. So I want to make sure you're using the right products. So I'll be doing a video on that. I've got something coming up on hyperpigmentation because again, that's such a requested topic and I've got a few ideas for stuff I could do. And another top full brand review, which I'm going to keep secret, but you're going to be excited for it as a brand review when that launches. And we're in the works of doing a collaboration with another YouTuber, which is super exciting. And I honestly cannot wait because we share so many of the same values and we're going to be doing no, I can't tell you what the topic's going to be on, but it's going to be really exciting and you guys are going to love it. So look out for that one. So hopefully you'll join me at 6 p.m. UK time on Sunday for our live. I am going to be on as long as we have people asking questions. So I've saved the evening. So whatever you want to do, jump on. If you're a bit late, don't worry about it. Just come and join us. Chat with me. Bring your questions, though. I want questions, and I'm there to answer all of them for you. I have dried to an absolute crisp here, so I'm going to take this mask off. Hopefully, it helps support with some of the... we'll just call it the breakout that's happening underneath. And next week, I'm definitely going to be using that Nip Fab mask. So if you haven't bought yourself one, I would fully recommend it. If you've got time, jump on, buy the Nip Fab mask. Join me next week, same time, 6 p.m. on a Friday, UK time. I will mask up, we'll self-care, we'll chat, and I hope everything's well with you. Wherever you are in the world, I'm sending you a huge love and a big kiss from the UK. Take care, guys. Bye.